That's us.
Well, obviously, thanks very much for coming onto the podcast and having a chat with us. So we've done a couple so far, and we've had some decent feedback from it. But whether you've managed to catch it or not, I'll just explain quickly that the idea and concept behind it is that me and Jason obviously are pretty new to the sport and the industry as a whole, and it's about giving other guys in the same position as us an idea of how influencers, athletes, coaches, companies came about and the reasons why they started and the things that influenced them, to begin their journey. So each week we ask the same 4 questions. Obviously, we've got other ones to ask as well, but the same 4 for everybody, that people can understand exactly, what you started and what gets you ticking, basically.
Yeah, sick, man. I'm ready to go, man. Yeah, sweet.
So, right, first one, we'll start off straight away. What got you interested in bodybuilding in the first place, and how did you start?
Right, okay. Bit of a backstory. Was really fucking underweight, really fucking overweight, and then I got into the gym kind of thing. But like as soon as I started like the gym, quote unquote, my main interest was like the freaks. So I was Jay Cutler was like literally all I'd ever watch. I'm like, man, right, fucking let's go. And I was young, and I was just like, hit it hard for 6 weeks, don't see the gym for 18 weeks, and just like didn't have a clue, didn't research anything, just went in, did whatever the fuck I want. I really, it's great in hindsight, but I wish I could go back to when I was like 18, 19 and know what I do now. I'd be like, I'll be fucking freak.
Yeah.
But don't turn out like that. There's no point thinking like that, really. But kind of looking at like freaks was kind of like what got me into it. Because I'm the kind of person later on after the start of this is, if I'm going to do something, I have to do it to like the biggest extreme.
Right, yeah.
Like if I'm going to have a car, I'm going to do the most, like all through my childhood was cars. That was my main interest. And I always had to be doing something extreme.
Yeah.
So if I get into something, I've got a very addictive personality. And if I'm really into something, I want to be fucking really good at it.
Yeah.
If I can't, I will keep trying to be there.
I didn't know you liked cars, Christian.
No.
Yeah, it's really weird. That.
It's like constant pursuit of perfection with bodybuilding, and it's really hard.
I think it seems quite common. It seems like something that most of the people that we speak to, and even, people you chat to at the gym or people that I think every single person has that little bit of OCD or, they're obsessed with things. I'm exactly the same. Before this, I was obsessed with cars when I was a kid because my dad loved them. I was obsessed with gaming for years because that's all anybody ever did. I built motorbikes as one of my jobs for a long time. And you take it to the extreme and you sort of concentrate on it. And I think anyone that tries to pursue a sport or even, like a hobby has got that little bit of a thing in there. So
yeah, of course. I think if you want to be good at this, you do have to be obsessed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could be the most obsessed person in the world, do absolutely everything every day. If you're not built for this, it's one of them things. You dealt with the cards you dealt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
So that's what kind of got me into it. I was sick of being called a fat cunt, to be honest, because I was seriously big, like 21 stone.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is in pounds, but pounds is what I weigh myself in.
It's about 298 pounds because I was the same.
Mate, I wish I was 298 pounds now, but just totally different body composition. And yeah, I was sick of it, man. I went down to like 11 and a half stone or something. And thought I was like really lean, but I look back.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Fucking hell, yeah. 11 and a half stone small, man.
Yeah. So
see, that's my heaviest weight.
I think from 21 down to 11 and a half it's a massive difference, isn't it? If people are used to you being that size.
Yeah, I was tiny, man, like tiny. But then it was literally, it was obsessed since that. So yeah, that's how I got into it, really, from just being fat.
Well, it's as good a reason as any in it, really.
Yeah, exactly. There's worse things to be obsessed with. So
Cool, man.
All right, we'll start second one. Obviously, I know you're in prep the now, Christian, but your future plans in the industry.
See, you know when people ask like, "Oh, your 5-year plan and stuff like that," I don't think like that whatsoever.
No.
Okay. Not that I don't think ahead and stuff like that. I'm always constantly thinking ahead, but I always say the same sort of thing to these kind of questions: is where I want to be next year is just better every single day.
Yeah.
I just want to get better every single day. So every day I have a kind of purpose. I'm doing something, do you know what I mean? So in terms of like physique wise at the moment, I'm prepping. So I want to be leaner every day. I want to be better at cardio every day. I want to lift more every day, all that sort of thing. And I want to lose weight every day. But that's a bit more of the obsessive nature. You don't have to, you know, and it ain't going to happen like that. You know, weight loss ain't like that. It's fucking down. So in terms, I'm very much I focus on the day and just being better every single day, and I think that's how I kind of work best, is improving on this, improving on that, and that's both like business and physique. In terms of physique wise, obviously I'm just under 12 and just under 15 weeks out at the moment, so that's like the kind of primary goal at the moment in terms of physique wise, is just I want to look like something really bad's happened to me. Like, he looks like he's going to collapse lean. I don't care where I fucking place in a show. I don't give a shit.
Right.
That's not me. If I was some sort of genetic freak and I looked absolutely unbelievable, then yeah, I want to win and I want to win a pro card. Simple.
Yeah.
My main goal is for people to be shocked at the condition, like, what the fuck has happened?
Yeah, something different, something out there.
Yeah, and I think if it's a first time show, that's what people are going to reward, because they're going to be like, right, he's really fucking suffered for that. So that's kind of physique wise. In terms of business wise, do have a couple of plans this year to, one, expand my business, venture into another, and keep growing Physique Collective, which was launched this year, which is our members site. So it's constant self-development in terms of like business-wise and stuff like that, and just getting better. To be honest, but I'm definitely going to have to branch out business-wise because it's just too busy. So that's the main goal with sort of where we're going this year for sure.
So is it like growing with people that are working with you, sort of thing, being able to delegate to others, or is it just a case of?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I have a lot. My business chats is normally with my dad, because he's always worked for himself for his whole life.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you know, you get into a point you can't handle all these people, and you need someone else. I don't want fucking anyone else working for me. Not a chance. One, I don't want to give people money because it's my fucking money.
Your money.
Yeah, I'm very much like that. But it gets to a point where I won't be able to handle the amount of clients that I want to handle and deliver the same sort of service. And I feel like I'm at that balance now.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't just have anyone with me. The problem is, what I think with that is, no one's coming to coaching for me because of my physique at all. They're coming to be coached by me because they want to be coached by me. Yeah. So if I then lay them off to someone else, they ain't working with me.
Not going to come to you, yeah.
But it's going to be, I don't want to say what it is. Yeah. That's okay. But it's going to be a separate side of the business, still coaching. And it will be another person with me, but it's focusing on something that I don't have a massive amount of at the moment, if that kind of cryptically makes sense.
A little bit of an idea.
Yeah. So we can focus on that, and then essentially that's just going to grow it even more. So that'll be cool.
And the member site, obviously, I've seen this stuff on Instagram and it's been launched, that sort of thing. How's that doing? Is it all going the way you thought?
Yeah, it is, and quite surprising. And also, people show their fucking true colours as well when people do. Oh, mate, can't wait to sign up to your site. Never do. I don't care. I don't want your $6.99. If you want to sign up, sign up. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you don't have to say to me, "Oh, I'm going to sign up." But I think, what has it been now? We've been live for probably a month and a half, 2 months. and we've got just over 300 active members at the moment, which we were really surprised about, to be fair. Because I was trying to think, like, obviously, JP, 5,000-6,000 members.
Yeah.
Obviously, forums and stuff like subscription sites probably weren't a big thing when he launched his.
Yeah.
Back in the day, whenever it was. But, you know, I probably doubt he got 300 members in that space. I'm not saying we're competing with JP or all this sort of stuff. I don't want it to come across like that.
I mean, let's be serious. It is the main competition because it's the main one in the field, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And you want to fucking aim high.
Sure.
You know, we were quite shocked. We kind of said in our head, we'd love to be at like 1,000 members by the end of this year.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely achievable because like, the content is pumping out. And I don't think, yeah, there's other stuff out there like it. But some of the stuff that we're covering and stuff, like people aren't doing that.
Yeah.
So making cream of rice.
This is the problem, man. When we were chatting about it, I was like, I don't know what value I bring to this whatsoever. My main questions are, how do you cook that?
Yeah.
But it's kind of more so.
Is that dry weight or is that fucking cooked weight? That's the main question that people ask me about food stuff.
Anyone that weighs anything cooked weight is a fucking retard as far as I'm sorry if you weigh things cooked weight.
No.
But yeah, like just stuff like Gareth doing a lot of night shift stuff. There's so many people that work night shifts that message me like, "Oh, bro, how would you set this up?" I don't fucking know because I've never done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of like there's an online coaching series which I started, which got launched like last week, which came like 10 episodes through. So there's loads coming, and
yeah,
the main thing that gets hits is Joe when he's doing drugs. Standard, like everyone will click on that.
Yeah.
Me when I'm doing a full day of eating. Simple, and that is like
cream of rice and the fucking dark chocolate, mate. It's what it is. I'm always on your story like, oh,
aye, always.
That looks good today. That does.
That will never get old. Although I say that, I used to love oats, and I'd always make that in the same way, like oats, banana, dark chocolate, almond butter, whatever. And then it got to a day where I would look at oats and shit my pants, and just can't eat them anymore. I'm really, really worried about the day I can't do that.
I'm just at awe of your presentation. I tried it, and you put me right back to the earth again, Christian. But the melt in the dark chocolate just didn't work for me.
Hey, this is the thing, though. I was saying it to a client today. He was like, "Man, I'm just like not that hungry." And he's a big fucking guy, and he's not eating a lot of food.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm not hungry," and he shows me pictures of his meals, and I'm like, if I looked at that meal, I wouldn't be hungry as well because it looks like shit. And I think it really benefits you no matter what situation you're in. If you're dieting, you want to look forward to your food. And if it looks good, your digestion starts with your eyes. If it looks good, you then salivate. And what does salivate do? That fucking makes you digest food. Okay. So that's going to help in dieting. When you're pushing up and you really don't want to eat, if your food looks like shit, you ain't going to want to eat it.
Don't eat it. Yeah.
So I think that there is a massive merit in making your food, one, taste good, and two, look good.
Well, it's the same in reverse, not just when you're trying to push it up. I mean, when you're trying to diet down and whatnot, if you have your meal and it is just plain chicken and rice, but there's fuck all chicken and there's fuck all rice, and you're just sort of looking at it thinking, is this all I've got to eat? Whereas, fluff it up a little bit, make it look nice.
Hey,
I've got
chicken and rice ready to go. As far as I'm concerned, that looks really fucking appetizing.
I don't know how you fit the bowls in your cupboards. I really don't.
Oh, man. That's all the storage is in the house, is supplements and Tupperware. Although I use the same, it's really bad. I use the same bowl for my chicken rice every time. Never changes. And I use the same cream of rice bowl every time I have cream of rice. So technically I only need 2 pieces of Tupperware for life.
We got loads.
I've got fucking loads, yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I actually went this weekend to buy some more because I'm like, I hate it when they start going discoloured. So I bought glass ones.
This is why you buy glass.
Yeah, I got them this weekend and I've had them today and I'm like, fucking, my life has changed. Why didn't I do this before?
Yeah, you're all of a sudden a pro bodybuilder if you use glass.
Yeah, I saw James Hollinshead had them and I'm like, no, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I've been told I live like a slob anyway, so it doesn't matter if my Tupperware's stained.
Fucking hell. Right then. I mean, you've pretty much already answered this question, and I'm pretty sure what the answer's going to be, but we'll ask it anyway. If you could pick one physique of all time, which is the best one, and why is that your opinion?
You think I'm going to say Jay Cutler, innit?
Well, I was thinking that, but maybe not.
I think
I do love Jay Cutler's physique, but yeah. I quite like ones that aren't that aesthetically pleasing.
Ronnie.
No, you know what? I will get hate in the comments, but I'm not a big Ronnie Coleman fan whatsoever. Not at all.
No.
And that's everything, physique and personality.
Yeah.
I was gonna, in terms of like, for me, I do like nasty, disgusting, not aesthetic, like Ian Valliere, stuff like that. Like, he's not the most aesthetic guy, but he looks fucking mental.
I don't know. I think it might not be the classical form of aesthetic kind of thing, but it doesn't look ridiculous. Like, the grainy look he gets is appealing. It's not.
Rolly Winkler is one that Jeff said yesterday in the podcast that we did. Not yesterday, the other day when we did the podcast. And I hate that. I'm all about aesthetic. I mind Sean Roden. Like, for me, that's how somebody should look.
I can appreciate it, but that's not my kind of thing.
So who would it be then?
I was going to say, like, Luke Sando, like, peak off-season.
Yeah.
Just fucking a brick shit house. like, looks like he's made of bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
That was unexpected, but I respect that one.
Pulled it out of the bag.
As for Ronnie Coleman as well, my thoughts on that, and probably going to get people moaning in the comments, is I hate the fact that he's not honest. How many different interviews has there been with slightly different versions of the same stories? And I just
can't. It's too body fat.
I don't think he actually knows, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think that's part of it as well.
A little bit slow. But I can appreciate the physique. I mean, the back glutes and hamstrings are out of this world. Yeah, I get that. But when you put it all together, I just don't like it.
Yeah, I can. I'm not a massive fan. Same as Phil Heath doesn't do much for me either. I know that everybody loves these top guys, but they're not. I don't know. Just never really.
I used to say that a lot because I didn't like him, but then when I started liking him, I was like, right, his physique is just unbelievable. There's a picture of him in the gym that I go to, and I see it every time I'm in there. I'm just like, fuck, that is sick.
Well, I think 2008. Or 2009, Phil Heath, but in the latter years where he had the distension problem, and there was good bodybuilders missing out, all because of the political nature of it rather than the physique, kind of put a lot of people off Phil.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. Right then, Jason, what was the?
Right, I already know one of them because you talked about it a couple of weeks ago, I think it is. Your pet hate in the gym or the industry.
Oh, how long is the
podcast? You got plenty of time.
A lot of it, to be honest, but I don't necessarily like always voicing my opinion on it because it just sounds like I'm moaning about it. If that's what someone wants to do, go and do it. It doesn't actually affect me whatsoever because I just don't pay any attention to it. But one thing that's really annoying me at the moment, especially, is people that, you class them as top coaches, whatever, in the industry, that are just incredibly reckless, preach all this, oh man, I get my bloods, or yeah, you do, but you're fucking an idiot with your clients. And it's like, man, I constantly going on about, I reply to my clients within minutes. That's not hard when it's a one-word email. That's not difficult. And I don't understand why you're preaching about it. And it's just oversaturation of clients. And their retention is absolutely shocking. And we know why, because it's just shit service no matter what they preach. And they just put all of their eggs into the clients that are genetic freaks, pump them out on social media, and it's like any average Joe that comes to them, they'll sell them the best package in the world. As soon as they get paid, good luck. Yeah. I've had people come to me from this specific person that are vegetarian and told him that, and there was meat in the diet. People with nut allergies, almonds. Like, come on, man, it's basic shit, and all that
Yeah.
says to me is everything is copy and paste.
Yeah, cookie cutter.
I get that at some people's starting plans might look really fucking similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, after week 1 or week 2, they look completely fucking different.
Yeah.
Okay, and it really angers me because people regard them as like good coaches, but when they actually go to someone that is good, they're like, oh, so this is what coaching is. Which, if anything, let him keep doing it because we keep gaining from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to Cuba about it the other day, and he was just saying, man, just let it slide, because at the end of the day, they're just going to keep coming to us, and then when they actually value service, like, oh, okay, this is what good service is. That annoys me. Fake intensity in the gym.
Yeah.
People shaking on a machine when the resistance.
I saw you talk about that the other day, and I was like, yeah, I've definitely seen a few of those recently.
Yeah, and they start shaking when the resistance of the machine is at its lightest. Well, you're just doing that on purpose, mate. And like, I don't care about the way someone does something, the way someone deloads, the way someone does their sets, that's fine. But I don't like the people that don't have the ability to see other sides of things. Like, when I deload, I can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay? And in my opinion, if I was to do something like a devolume session, where I'll do 1 set of each exercise instead, for me, I'm getting rid of no fatigue.
Yeah.
I'm still in the gym. And the main thing that goes when I need a deload or a break is my head. My head's not in the sessions. I'm not enjoying this today. And I'm normally getting to that point like 6-7 weeks. I'm 5 weeks into this current split, and I'm like, man, I know next week I'm going to be written off, and I'll be standing in the gym like, man, no, I'm not enjoying it. Immediately, I take 7 days off. I don't think about the gym. I don't go to the gym. And when I go back in, I'm so ready to go.
Yeah.
And every time I've done that, my numbers are considerably up from the last session. I don't go in and like start doing the numbers from 2 weeks ago.
No.
I'll just go straight in for progression. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but that's what works for me. And if a devolume session works for someone else, do it. I don't care. But have the ability to see that some people have to do things different.
Yeah, because
exactly.
everybody's body's different, as they say. So something that works for Tom or works for you, Christian, that might be ridiculous for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're just got to take it as a personal thing.
Yeah, you can't just preach all of your own ideas on every single one of your clients.
Yeah.
Like I say it to all my clients, this is not a dictatorship. This is a partnership. If I'm going to tell you to do something, one, I want you to know all the reasons why I'm saying that. But I also want you to voice your opinion. If you think you're going to kill yourself because you can't go to the gym for 7 to 10 days, maybe we shouldn't do that. But if you do a devolume session and then all of your sessions after the deload are still shit, then you should probably listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try this approach. But
I think the point is, like you're saying, I think people have to be open to the opinions. I think, you know, like Jason just said, one thing might work for somebody and might not work for another, but fact is, you've got to try them all. You've got to test them. And that's, you know, I think some of the best coaches and some of the best athletes have tried and tested, and not just, I'm going to do push-pull legs this week. Next week, I'm going to do the bro split, and then I'm going to do upper low the week after, and I'll tell you which one's the best. But they've done it for a set amount of time. They've, you know,
do it consistently for a year.
Yeah.
Then you can voice an opinion on it, I think.
Like, exactly, yeah.
Everyone was always asking, as soon as I started doing fortitude training, like, I can't even remember when it was now, probably a year and a half ago, I did it for about 12 months straight. And fuck me, that fucks you up. Like, massively. Like, 4 sessions a week, 2 which are full body. 1 is a lower muscle round, and then upper muscle round day. So essentially, you hit every body part 3 times over 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking brutal. But so many people, oh, bro, how do I do this fortitude training? And people won't even pay for the book. They just expect you to program it for them. Like, I'll just send you the link for the book. Oh, no. Don't want to read a book. Are you mad? Program it for me? And then they'll do it for 2 weeks. Now I don't like this. This doesn't work.
I think you get that quite often as well when you post workouts on like your stories or something. You'll get people screenshotting it and then trying to follow your workout rather than actually contacting you to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. That's just perked me into something. Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of drink before we get into this one. There is something. I think this is the right saying. Overanalysis by paralysis or something.
Yeah.
Like the constant need of overthinking absolutely everything. That you're thinking so much about making a change to something in your diet, something in your training, that you never make it, and you are constantly spinning your wheels knowing what to do.
Yeah.
These people hire a coach that's good and just fucking listen to them and switch off. I read something the other day and it actually made me angry. Someone had said about eating sunflower seeds for fats. Great idea. That's cool. And was asking that if he put it into his hot rice, would it mess up the absorption in his stomach from the fats or decompose the poofer fats from it in his stomach because your stomach's so hot or something? I'm just like, bro, and the thing is, the guy weighs 150 pounds.
Yeah.
You don't need to be thinking of that. You need to just fucking eat and go to the gym.
Even the pros don't think of that sort of level.
Oh, fuck me. They'll be like, what? And the best reply was, the fucking rice you're putting in your stomach is probably what's hotter than your fucking stomach. Just eat the food. And it is constant like, what's that, bro? What's that? How many grams of that is that? It doesn't matter how many grams I'm eating. It matters to, like, you eat this.
You're eating cream of rice and you've got fucking chocolate on top of it, and somebody asks you how many grams you're eating. Their diet's going to be completely different to the diet that you
I always tell them because if they're not a client, I don't really care about their progress. So at the end of the day, if that's the first thing on your mind of how many grams is that, well, you don't really know what you're doing in the first place.
No.
Eat the grams that you require.
I don't know how the fuck you eat that much cream of rice.
Right.
To be honest with you.
I could eat probably 5 times that.
I literally started it, like I got some last week, but I started it today because I'm prepping for a comp now as well. And I literally am like, no, I don't know. I'll do it anyway just because I've sort of committed now and I've got it. But fucking
I always say you shouldn't have to eat any kind of food. Eat the foods you enjoy.
Oh yeah, no. Don't get me wrong, it tastes nice, but the consistency, it's like fucking mashed potato. But that's me.
It's so weird. It's so weird because my missus only tried cream of rice since she'd been with me. And the first thing she said was, why is this mashed potato? But now she makes it on point. So
is she putting any whey protein in there yet?
No. Does it separate? I don't know how people drink whey.
I've been having it without protein in, but I might try it with protein and see what that's like.
I just don't want to buy 2.5 kilo if I don't like it.
Bulk powders. I think they do it with 500 gram ones. If you
I'm
want
going to hit them up. Get a try.
I got the Strom flavoured CN one.
White chocolate caramel.
Yeah. Nice one.
Yeah, it is good. And
I did it and the missus was like, what the fuck is that smell?
Bro, it's as soon as you open it,
it's so strong. Yeah. No, it's good stuff, man. I do like that. There was something else I was going to ask you. I just thought about it. It's gone now. I'll let Jason ask you one of the ones he's got off Instagram, and I'll remember it by the time that happens.
Jeff, who we had on the previous podcast, obviously watched the latest Strom video. How were the DOMs after that leg session with Josh Maley?
Oh man, see, this is another thing that annoys me. Now, the amount of people that were like, "Oh, bro, good luck, man, good luck." The thing is, if you train, if you share the same training philosophy as someone, it's not going to be a difficult session.
Yeah,
it's going to be the same as what you do every week anyway. And I hurt every week anyway after every session. I've got worse DOMs today from Saturday session when I trained with the missus than I had with Josh. And that's no offense to Josh. I felt good that day.
Yeah.
Sophie is really difficult to train with. Because she believes the set starts when you fail.
I remember listening to that actually.
Yeah, loves anything beyond failure, but that's why her physique is ludicrous. But no, it felt fine. Ask Rick the same question because he messaged me.
I'm gonna ask him. He
said that before we started.
Set.
He messaged me this morning saying it's been 8 days and my adductors are still fucked. That's the only thing that was hurting.
I was going to say the adductor machine. I mean, that looked pretty brutal anyway. But I think if for someone like Rick that doesn't actually use that, you're fucking canes, man.
I stand by one of the best leg machines you'll ever use in a gym to build your legs. 100 fucking %. If you want your legs to look bigger, train your adductors.
Yeah.
Still struggling to remember what that question was. It was in my mind and it's gone now.
What we're talking about, things we hate in the industry.
Yeah. I was going to ask things you hate on. No, I wasn't actually. It was the same thing because we were talking about Instagram. Who at the moment, top 3 Instagram accounts that you're watching? They don't have to be someone that's fucking famous or somebody that's in the limelight right now. But which ones do you turn on and go, I want to look at that story. I'm interested.
Obviously, Shug Fitness is one of them, Christian.
That's the last person I searched. Well, normally the top ones that come up are the ones that you interact with the most, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Fucking hell, I don't like it, the first 3. Okay, one that I will always click on his stuff. Not being a fanboy, nothing like that. Dan Bastic.
Yeah.
Just an absolute freak. Witnessed him train in person and he's a freak. Strom, obviously.
Yeah.
Who else has come up? It's difficult. I mean, the first person that's come up is Cal.
Yeah, it would be.
Cal's helped me with quite a lot of stuff over the last 6 to 12 months, mainly kind of business-wise and stuff like that. And I do look up to Cal quite a lot with what he does. So he's definitely one that I like to look at. But we speak every day, like on a WhatsApp group, so it's like the content is class. Like having someone with that amount of knowledge there to just ask upon, if anything, you know what I mean? And normally really fucking funny stories from him, to be fair.
How many people, Jink, start following Cal for the bodybuilding side, but then end up still keeping because of his dogs?
99%.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Yeah. What's the next car going to be then?
Oh, mate, don't.
I saw you replying to someone's question there, like when you're buying a supercar and you're like, supercars cost money.
No, it was just like, are you paying for it? Like,
I can't say anything. I drive a Volvo C30. It's not exactly.
I fucking love a Volvo. A Volvo C30 with the floating dash in the middle.
Yeah.
Behind it, yeah. And
that's what it's a 1.8. It's not even like the sport model. It's just a 1.8.
I like Volvos, but I like the old boxy square ones. Like that was what I wanted as my first car.
The one that looked like you could put a coffin in the back.
Yes, it looks like a fucking hearse, and I wanted it in shit brown as well. Didn't want it to look nice. I just wanted to slam it, put some banded steelies on, and have it in a fucking crap colour.
My primary teacher for football had that exact car. It was the only car I've ever known in the 90s with heated seats.
Yeah,
the cheese range. No, in terms of that, I've like someone asked me the other day, like a friend, and I was just like, I've had to stop looking.
Yeah,
because it will take up hours of my day. Because I'm very like, if I'm looking at something, it takes all my attention, and it was stopping me from doing fucking work. I'm just like, right, just stop looking. Like, I've got to wait till after a certain point this year anyway, due to business reasons and stuff like that. Yeah. And house purchase and stuff like that. So I can't be doing anything too stupid. But I've said it will be this year. I don't know, and it's really, really annoying me. But I want to go and I need to go and drive some of these cars. That's the only way I'll make a decision.
I do exactly the same thing, right? Where I'll see a car, I really like it, and I'm like, right, okay, what specs do they do?
Yeah.
And then I'll go down to, oh well, I really like this one. The price is great. Yeah, but it doesn't have a heated steering wheel. No, I really wanted a heated steering wheel.
Yeah.
Like, all these stupid little specky things, and it's like I drill down to the finite details. Or can't wait to see the fucking stitching on blah blah, because it's different on this model than it is.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I already know the spec of each car I've looked at. I know which spec it would be. But also kind of need to wait as well, because we've ordered a car for me and the missus as well, so we're kind of waiting on that to be built. So I can't really justify it all at once, but I want to wait till the end of the year now, because I love what I've got at the moment.
I say your car's fucking nice, man.
I love it, and I still want to do quite a few bits to it before I get rid of it. So, but yeah, the option. I said supercar, but people class supercars different things.
Yeah.
If it was a supercar 16 years ago, it isn't now.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's just, I just want it to be something special. That's all. And I prefer kind of older, more mechanical things than the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Like if someone said 991 GT3 or 997, the older one, I'd go the older one. Like, if it's slower or technically worse, I think it's cooler.
Yeah.
So that's one on the list that I need to drive.
So the one on my list for my next car is one you probably know about, Christian, as it's a Mini. I always get mixed up. I think it's the Countryman, the one with the two doors.
Clubman.
Yeah, Clubman. Mainly because the missus has got the dog, and she wants the two doors for the dog getting in it.
Yeah. Now, when I used to work for Mini, that's what I'd always request as my company car.
Yeah.
One, it's the rarest of the lot.
Yeah.
No one fucking orders them. And it's just the weirdest one. So I like
it's strange, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I do like Minis. They're nice to drive as well, aren't they?
I learned in one. I learned my lessons in one of them.
Yeah, and me. Passed my test in one.
Aye. This leads on to quite a good question. How was it when you put in your notice at Mini? How did that feel?
I was fucking shitting myself. I don't like stuff like that, because I know what I'm going to say. I don't know what the fuck they're going to say. And that makes me feel out of control of the situation.
Yeah.
And I'm a control freak. So, but it kind of, man, last year was fucked. Like, weird. And I'd already planned to leave. And I wanted to leave by like March, April.
Yeah.
And I kind of designed like a timeline of the year. If I'm going to do so, like, I have to know 100 million % it's going to work.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I need 40 clients by the time I leave. Because at that point, I was doing both on the side, and I was used to two incomes. I don't all of a sudden want to have one. I want to have one that will take care of fucking everything.
Yeah.
So I had like 30 at the time or something in January, and down to my own fault, really. I've never advertised. I never actively sought clients, nothing. I didn't want to do it like before that, like years ago. I was just like, it's just something that brings in some extra money. It's cool. But I didn't actively pursue it because I always thought, well, everyone's an online coach. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, be something different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then February came, and I was up to like 35, and I was like, fucking hell, yeah, sweet. And it was getting too much as well. So I was like, right, I've got to do something. And then March came, and all this lockdown stuff was being like in the air, and Corona had just like sort of been spoke about and stuff like that. And I remember my dad was like, just don't do anything yet, because you don't know what's going to happen. And fuck me, I'm so glad I listened to him.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of there for 6 to 8 months, probably, not in work, getting paid. And it wasn't 80%, it was like the full whack plus a percentage of your commission.
Yeah.
So I was so fucking lucky. But because I was at home every day and not working, because I didn't expect, I can't sell cars from my house.
Yeah. So
literally, it gave me every minute of the day was build the business.
Yeah.
But when lockdown was announced, I was like, fuck, that's my plans ruined. So I thought, everyone's going to leave me, all this sort of stuff. And I think in the first week, I had one person leave and 12 people join.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, what is going on? And I proper shit myself.
I think on the flip side of that, though, people had more time because of furlough and because of being at home. And although, yeah, they can't go to the gym and train, if they've got a bit of equipment, or even just, I can't eat shit the whole way through this lockdown, I better get someone to help me keep, just keep me in check, might even be the main cause for that.
I'd say 90% of the people that inquired said they want accountability whilst this is going on.
Yeah.
And then I got to 50 like that within like the first month of lockdown. I was like, fuck, okay. I can't like wing this now. I've got to create proper systems, proper this, proper that, proper that. None of this fucking WhatsApp voice note reply, anything like that. Switched over to like video response.
Yeah.
Okay. Upgraded the service, added more services, all this sort of stuff. And at the time, I was dieting at the time. And I was like, there is no way I'm stopping this diet because of a fucking lockdown. Because I thought, this is a great business strategy. If you want clients, get absolutely shredded.
Yep.
It brings so much attention to your page. Then I was like, right, I've got time to do YouTube now. I've always wanted to do YouTube. Started YouTube, and I was doing like every other day, every week. Thought, right, I just thought this is the perfect time to just try and maximize everything. And then it was getting like closer to the end of the first lockdown.
Yeah.
And I knew they were calling people back into work. I was like, right, okay, I need a game plan. And I was so, and I don't know why, I was really scared about it. And I remember at one point, like throughout the whole this, I was using a work laptop for my work. Like, I didn't have my own laptop, so I was just using the work one.
Fuck's sake.
And then I remember my boss rang me, and like the head of business there, like the top guy there, was like, "Oh, he wants your laptop." And I was there like, "What?" I was like, what do you mean? He said, "Oh no, basically because all of the BMW lads on the other side work from desktops. They're all working from home, and we haven't got enough laptops." He was like, "You're not back in yet, and some of these are, so we're gonna." And I was like, "Yeah, no worries, man." So it can't be today. Like I'll have to come in a couple of days or something. Yeah. So I was like, "Fuck, right, I need a laptop." So I went out and got a laptop. I wiped everything off this fucking laptop. I walked in, put it on reception, walked straight out. Didn't want to talk to anyone. I was like, I'm not old. Because I was constantly thinking I was going to get there, and they were like, "Yeah, we know what you do." Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was constantly in my own head about it. And then it was probably another fucking like 2 months went by, and I was like, "Why are they not calling me back in?" And I was like one of the last to be called back in. And then by this point, like my diet was finished. What I thought, fucking hell, my business is well established. I was like, I think I had at that point, by the time I left, it was like 75 or 80 clients.
Fucking hell.
But everything was, I can remember like when I hit 50, I was like, fuck, no more. I can't handle more. And then I'd have 50 for like a month. I'm like, man, I can definitely handle more. Because like you just get really fucking on it, like with everything.
Yeah.
And like I'd have my 50 clients done, all checked in. If I had 10 check-ins one day, I'm done before 12. Like just, I wouldn't get up from, like, as soon as I woke up, laptops out, check-ins go. And just, and you just get better and better and better and better.
I think if you treat it like a 9 to 5, I can imagine that's probably the best way of doing it. I don't know, how everybody else does it, but it seems to me like that would be the perfect way of doing it. If that's what you do as a full-time thing, then you get up in the morning, you do your check-ins with everybody, any changes to their plans, and then
well, I have written down in my notes like a morning routine. Like everything I do is written down in a day because I like to be really rigid with it. Else I won't get it done. And I don't like making people wait. I want to be on it and on the client straight away, because then they're like, fucking hell, this guy only sent my check-in an hour ago and he's already got a 15-minute video response.
Oh.
So yeah, every time I got to a certain amount, I'd hold it there, wouldn't take anyone else, and then get used to it. Build again. And like I remember talking to Cal a lot about it, and he was like, man, he was like, in like my busiest year, I had like 150 at a time, and he was like, I just didn't sleep. But he was like, I needed to do it to establish something.
Yeah.
And I'd just work non-stop. He said, my bodybuilding myself was shit. He was like, I probably wouldn't do that again because I don't think you have to do it. But it did do something. Yeah. And I'm very much a fan of like, if I have to get really uncomfortable for a year to establish something for years to come,
yeah,
I'll happily do it. And I've had some like uncomfortable periods at this point, like of stress, but the longer you do it, it's just like anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Of course it is.
So yeah, I had like between 75 and 80 at the time I left. And then they rang me and they were like, oh, well, you know, we've been getting everyone back in and we'd like to invite you back in on, if it was like Wednesday, the 1st of July or June.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like, yeah, no worries, brilliant. And I was like, I'm going to go in the day before and just say I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
And man, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I was constantly rehearsing what I was going to say. And I remember I drove down there and it's like man, I don't know how the fuck I used to do it. Like a 30 to 40 minute drive, normally, which would be, you know, 6:30, 7 in the morning, stuck in traffic in the pouring rain. I think I've done that trip a couple of times after just to go and like visit work or drop something back in and stuff. And I think, fuck me, how did I used to this?
Right.
Every day.
Driving somewhere to work for someone you don't want to fucking work for, to sell things you don't really want to sell. Nah, man. Like I've always been a kind of person. As soon as I loved it there when I was there. It was good. But then when you do something different, which is way better, and you go back, you think, fuck me, that was dog shit. So yeah, I went in the day before and I called my boss who I got on really well with. I said, oh, can you just come outside a sec? Because I didn't know what the rules were going in, masks, all this. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just waltz in. And he was like, oh, what's up, man? I was just like, need to have a chat. And he was like, you're leaving, ain't you? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, come on in. So I was like, what do you need me to do? He said, are you working any notice? I was like, I can't. And he was like, right, well, you leave today. Then I was like, yeah, sound. So I went in for my last day for half an hour and then left. And it was literally, oh my God. I was driving home and my heart rate was probably like 1 million.
Yeah.
It's like I took 20 Clem. And I was literally like, I could barely drive. Like I was all over the place. And I think it was just like adrenaline.
It's a massive jump, isn't it? You know, even like you said, you're a serial overthinker. So as soon as the thought of shit, this is a secure job, you clearly had it for a long time. And even though you knew you were doing the right thing for you and, you know, your progress and future, it's still that what if?
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But I properly believed in it. And I was just like, because I'm a bit of a thinker, like 80 clients could leave me tomorrow. But in real terms, if you're providing a good service, that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
No.
I think when you learn how to coach properly and you apply a massive amount of care into people, like this is no shit. I've like cried doing feedback because like the shit they've done is like insane. Because I think I don't mind coaching competitors. I think it's really cool. It's fun. But there's nothing better than fucking Joanne, who's 40, losing fucking 5 stone or something. Or like Big Joe, you will have seen him. You know, he's lost 120 pounds nearly. Like that's life-changing.
Life-changing changes rather than, you know, competing's all good, but
like, if he'd have carried on, he would have died very soon.
Yeah.
You know, 400 pounds before me. And it's like, you know, that's fucking crazy. And like, I think when you show that like massive level of care and like, I have a personal relationship with everyone and not everyone agrees with that coaching wise. Like, you're not my friend or anything like that. Okay, I get that. But those were the people when lockdown hit, all their clients fucking left them.
Yeah.
Because they had no personal relationship. I pride myself on the fact that hardly anyone left through the whole 3 lockdowns because we've got a relationship in place. The people that left were ones that lost their job, and I don't fucking expect you to stay if you ain't got any fucking money.
No.
You know, and I think when you have that like level of care, people stay, and retention is like a massive thing in this.
Yeah.
You don't want people staying for a month, leaving 2 months. I've got people I've had for 4 years.
You don't want 10 new clients a month and lose 10, do you? You
No.
want to make sure that you maintain it for as long as you can.
Mm.
But it's something, just a drawback, something you said earlier about, you know, you push to 75 clients and you stop at a certain amount and you see how many you can do and you sort of recover and make sure. You've got to push yourself past your limit to realise what your limit is.
100%. I said this as well. I promise you, anything you'll say to me, I did that. Or like, it's like, firstly, that being an uncomfortable thing. Just push yourself, okay? And I always said, the moment I burn out, that's when I know it's it.
Yeah.
And there has been a couple of points when I'm like, fuck. I'm so fucked. Like, looking at check-ins like, oh, I can't do this. Like, my head's fried. It's like, people think you just sit here all day. It is mentally exhausting because not everyone has a fucking great week. More than half the amount of people who check in aren't having good weeks, especially during lockdown, and you do become a bit of a counsellor. And a lot of people said, man, you shouldn't have to deal with that. Okay, well, if I can de-stress them, okay, if they're less stressed, their physique's going to respond better. So as far as I'm concerned, I've done a job towards physique development.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for coaches that do look after, as well as the physique, the mental health of their clients as well. You know what I mean? It's
massively,
because it comes hand in hand.
No, I agree with that 100%. Even just with people that I chat to, you know, like me and Jason chat and various others, just on Instagram, people I've never met before. And, you know, you do end up having a conversation about, oh, I've had a shit week on food, or why is that? Oh, well, this has gone on. And you just get it off your chest, and you do feel better after. You know, plenty of things going on in everyone's life that aren't related to the sport that affect
a lot of people don't have someone to speak to.
Yeah.
And they end up speaking to me. Like, I'm not complaining about it. Like, sometimes it is like, it has an effect on you as well. And I'm there like after a few check-ins, like, fuck me, that was depressing.
Yeah.
But then they get back to you when they've watched it and they're like, fuck me, I'm so happy. I'm so glad I told you, because like I feel so much better and all this sort of stuff. But the biggest game changer for me in terms of like balancing work and stuff was like, I was single whilst I was doing all this. I don't care about working. I've got nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah.
And then when I met my missus and she was seeing like the amount of work that was being done and stuff like that, she was like, you should really think. And it was a mom, actually. A mom's a very good businesswoman.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you not have a day off at all? And I was just like, nah, man, like grind all day, every day, bro. And she was like, what? No. And I ended up, I was like, right, I'm gonna message every client I have on a Sunday and just redistribute them across the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take some from a Saturday as well and put them in the week. And first, because I was afraid to ask them, because I don't want to upset people. I'm a people pleaser, man. And my missus is like, what the fuck are you on about? It's like, you have a good relationship with everyone. And to be fair, all the people that are on a weekend were people that have been with me the longest, because that's when I used to do most of my check-in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, man, what day do you want me to have, bro? Like, yeah, sweet. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then literally, when I have that day off, I'm like, fuck me. Like, I can get so much more work done in the week because I've had that day to be like, granted, my phone still goes off, but it's at a 5% rate of what it normally is.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not, I think other coaches who have got like a decent Instagram following and stuff, I don't think my Instagram following is that great, but it's decent.
Don't say that to Jason.
No, it's okay. Well, if you say, you're having Josh Bridgman on, aren't you? Yeah. I mean, his is fucking, what, 40K or something?
40, 50. We've got Josh Maley on as well on Wednesday.
And like mine is small time compared to Bridgman. I dread to think how much his Instagram goes off.
Yeah.
Like, my screen time is fucking horrendous because my business is ran through that and this fucking laptop.
Yeah.
I think Josh recently on his podcast was saying how, like, if somebody messages after, say, 6:30, if they doesn't message them back, they shouldn't take it to heart, because that's after 6:30. That's when he cuts it off.
I listen to that. I find that very difficult to do.
Yeah.
So I respect him for that. I do have a time cap on my WhatsApp. It's 8 till 8. But at the end of the day, my always thought is, and it's probably not a good thing, if it's a really simple question to answer, I can just answer it within seconds.
Yeah, it's easier to get it cleared off now than have 10 of them tomorrow.
Yeah, but I always think, I look across at my missus, I'm thinking, I need to not be on my phone. But I find it difficult because my whole business is on there, and my social life is on there as well.
Yeah.
You know, like if I want to look at cars, I want to go on YouTube. Well, it's on my phone. You know what I mean? And like I said, my screen time's terrible. And it's not like the amount of check-ins and stuff like that. Like I've got a very, this is my set block of check-ins, and I can get 20 done in a day. All video feedback, and it's all 5 to 20 minutes long, depending on. But if you don't focus on anything else, you can get a lot done.
Yeah.
But so that's not the issue. This does not fucking stop. And like I said, with like Bridgman, AJ, stuff like that, with that amount of, I dread to think what it's like. But I was with AJ a couple of weeks ago actually, and we were chatting about it, and he was just like, I won't look at Instagram in the morning. Else I'm replying to fucking 50 messages and I haven't even got out of bed.
Yeah.
And I've started to try and be like, as soon as I get up, don't look at your phone. Like I used to have a really bad habit of, when I woke up in the night, I'd look at my phone.
I do that terribly.
Not that I'd reply to people, but I'd look at the messages and stuff. And I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. I find that I've got this thing, because I haven't got anywhere near as many people on Instagram as you have, but I get messages and I'm not in the mindset to read them, but I'll open them and I might scan over it, but then I feel bad because I've opened it and I've seen it and they know I've seen it, but I haven't replied. So then I'm like, well, fucking, I need to reply now. So
I find it very difficult to go to bed with notifications on my phone.
Yeah.
I want them cleared off, but I don't see a problem with that because I'm willing to do that, and it takes no time at all.
We should swap accounts, Christian. Then you'll have no notifications.
Oh, mate. Feel free. You like it for about an hour, and you get sick of being asked what cream of rice is that.
What flavour is your favourite?
What are you using your beard?
My taste buds are completely fucking. If I say this is the best one, you order it and you say you hate it, you're going to come after me.
I will say, I did order custard cream Velocity after you mentioned it a few times. It was really nice.
See, that's my least favourite flavour.
I tell you what, though, the one thing I do like is I do like the strong products. Like I haven't had a bad strong product.
You won't.
The only thing that I don't like taste-wise, or not that I don't like, but I don't enjoy, Unicorn Piss Stimumax tastes fucking mint. But the Vaskimax version is just, I don't know what ingredients in there that makes it odd, but it's after having the Stimumax without the Vaskimax, so I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, first of all, you need to order the right flavour of Vaskimax, cherry cola.
Which one? What's that?
Cherry cola.
I'm always scared to try Coke flavor stuff.
Don't. Just get it. If you don't like it, bro, I will send you the money for it and not. That's how confident I'm in that flavour. It's unbelievable. Right. But yeah, Strom, like, literally could not be sponsored by a better company. Like, if someone said, "Oh, if you could be sponsored by anyone in the world," and this is not me just saying it, because I love supplements, and like when I'm dieting, I like to prep spend a lot, and I will look at supplements for hours and think, oh yeah, I could use that. I don't need to, because I've got everything I need with Strong.
Yeah.
And they, like you said, they don't make a bad product.
No.
I will say, two products that are probably two of my favorite products that I could probably take even if I wasn't doing anything in fitness is Support Max Joint and PM.
Yeah.
Because I was somebody that always woke up during the night. Like, I'd never have a full sleep, but sleep like Wayne. They take just one scoop of that PM.
I thought you were going to say Digest Max because that's changed a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. See, I'm on omeprazole, so I don't really need to take other digestive things. So
yeah.
I've got Digest Max, but I'm sort of like half scoop every 2 days sort of guy. I don't need too much of it, but it's beneficial for sure.
Yeah, I just have 3/4 a scoop every day. Like if I'm going to do, I get in a routine with something, so I just have it every day. But like, just even like random stuff like Systol Max, if you've got high blood pressure, take that for 3 days in a row, and I promise you've come down 30 points on your systolic. Simple.
Huh.
And not that mine was high at my heaviest, but you probably should expect that a little bit with gaining like 60 pounds. But like, I took that and I haven't stopped taking it since. My blood pressure's never been high. It was like 118/60 this morning, which is pretty fucking perfect.
Yeah, mine's nowhere near that, so maybe I'll check that out.
No, it's really good. But yeah, I couldn't be sponsored by a better supplement company, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're quite local to where I grew up as well. So for me, it's like I like watching it and whatever, and I think it's pretty cool that they're local-ish to where I was.
Yeah,
so.
and Rick's very real.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, you can see it, and he is like, his life is strong.
Yeah. Did you see the post he put on the other day on his story? And it was Matt Tofton when he was wearing one of his vests. And he's got like he's put the little like, oh, I don't like to brag, but fucking hell, I can't believe it. And I just thought, but that shows how much he really was interested in the fucking industry and the sport from day one. I know he acts now like he's
from his
there,
whatever,
but
10 years old nearly.
Yeah.
And he was doing it from his fucking bedroom, selling supplements from his room, And mate, I mean, I go to the unit every week, and to see what he's gone from and to, I mean, the unit's absolutely fucking gigantic.
Yeah, I've seen some. I've seen the videos, obviously.
I think the way that he's kept himself grounded as well, which like you see the stuff between you and Rich and him and Badger, it just seems like you could probably say that's like you and your pals. You know what I mean? But it's pure banter. And
nothing has ever gone to his head.
Yeah,
and he won't care in saying, it earns him a substantial living now, and that can easily go to someone's head.
Yeah, of course it can.
Massively. And then all of a sudden, you're too good for everyone and you do cuntish behaviour, and then all of a sudden, no one likes your products.
Mind you, he's still not got that Scooby driving yet, has he?
Yeah. Oh, bro, I drove it like 3 weeks ago and it was fucking violent.
It seems like he's always repairing it.
I'm too much of a luxury person. As much as I love the thought of having a stripped out car, and just seeing everything working, it's like, I want heated seats.
Well, he did buy something 3 days ago, which is more up your street. So
yeah,
I won't say. He doesn't like people knowing everything. But yeah, the scoop. The annoying thing is at the moment you can't post everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
No.
Because a lot of the stuff you're doing these days is illegal, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took that fucking. I took soap out in it, and fuck me, it was violent, literally like aggressive.
It looks nice, man. I love the fact that he's had it built properly from the ground up. Not many do, or they do, but they do it themselves over like fucking 5 years. It's nice to see something, being done properly.
Yeah, he hasn't. Well, he hasn't. He hasn't. The guys over the road do it properly, but yeah, they're fucking. It's probably cost him a lot of money moving the unit to where it is because of who's opposite working on cars. So, but yeah, he's stayed grounded and he's very down to earth, and people can kind of relate to him. So I think that he's got a personal relationship with all the customers, really. I think.
I think so, yeah, definitely. And I was last year I was busy, but next time we just like the barbells and barbecues, I'm definitely going to go up there and check that out.
Definitely this year. So
it's only like 45 minutes away from here, so it's all good.
I was actually gutted because he was up in Glasgow with Insight a couple of years back, and this was way before I knew anything really about anybody. And I was saying I didn't even talk to him, but now I wish I had went up and spoke to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm like 35 minutes from. Where are you from?
I'm from Telford originally.
Yeah.
My dad lives in Shrewsbury, but I live in Kiddie, like Kidderminster, Worcester way. Whereabouts are you from?
Oh, two areas of the country at the moment. So I spend Monday to Friday in York with
yeah.
his house, and then I live like Lichfield way, Sutton Coldfield.
Oh, so you're literally like fucking 20 minutes from where I am.
Yeah. So we'll get a session in when it's not illegal.
I'll see if I can get it from beyond the wall and come down.
To be fair, I'm probably going up to Scotland quite a bit as well later.
Yeah, you were crossing Edinburgh not that long ago when you picked up the Aston, I think it was.
Yeah, that was in fucking Scotland. Jesus Christ. But no,
I'm going to go buy myself an Aston Martin and I'm going to drive it back on the longest possible journey I can.
I'd rather that than pick it up local, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But now Gareth, who's part of Physique Collective, he lives in Scotland, so we're going to be going.
I heard you winding them up about the accent, how you'd have to have subtitles.
Mate, I can't understand a fucking word he says.
Surprised you can understand me.
I don't think yours is as bad.
He's offended now. That's it.
I know.
I'm going to go up there as well because I wouldn't mind going up. Obviously, see Jason, the guy was pissed off and whatever else. So
yeah,
it's I just can't wait to fucking travel again, mate. That's my thing. I'm getting frustrated with. Obviously, it's different for you because I'm sure you can go and train at gyms if you're recording for YouTube videos. Obviously, like Jason and myself, I've got a little bit of a setup in the garage, and Jason's got stuff that he can use at home. It's a bit fucking like it's frustrating, really, because everyone's sort of creating goals and got all these things they want to do, and there's no fucking end date. And I know they've put this roadmap in. The fact that they're trying now to extend 6 months of these laws shows it ain't going to fucking happen, is it?
Yeah, I very much. I don't watch the news. I don't read the newspapers. I've never bought a newspaper in my entire life. I don't have a news app on my phone. I won't look at it because I've kind of got to the point now where it's just like when something changes like major in my life, okay, well, this is my new life, so just crack on.
Yeah.
I can't physically do anything. All I can do is put myself in a better position than most. And I said it on my Instagram post today. I'm in a fortunate position to still be training and sort of stuff like that, but it's not a lucky position.
No, you built yourself to where you are.
Yeah, at the end of the day, one of the places that I'm using has cost me a fucking lot of money to use, and it also involves me traveling a lot every week. Yeah, but I don't fucking care because to me it's worth it. Granted, like if I would always find a way to train. If that hadn't happened, well, I've got loads of kit in my garage. Well, it was in my garage. It's now somewhere else.
That medieval abductor machine.
Yeah, that's now elsewhere. But again, not a lucky position, but fortunate position where, to be honest, if I had to go and buy a fuckload of equipment from a garage, I could go and do it the next day. Yeah. Because I'm not an idiot with my money. And
I've done similar. I mean, I've got friends that haven't been fortunate enough to get a rack, a bar, some plates and things. And as much as that seems like basic, to have that rather than nothing is, it's a massive step up, isn't it? So
I found out in lockdown 1, you can do a fuckloads of things with a fucking barbell.
Yes, you fucking can.
It also includes
without a bench as well, which is great.
Yeah, it also includes absolutely ruining your fucking lower back. But
I've had the past year with two dumbbells. That's really been my lot.
Yeah, I probably couldn't do that, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
It's been difficult. There's been the odd few weeks that it's like there's been no motivation whatsoever. Especially since my gym is my 2 feet by 10 feet portion of my room.
Like there's been a couple of occasions when shit's hit the fan a bit and we haven't been able to train. So Soph's got a bit of a setup at her parents' house, which is like 25-30 minute drive away, and you get there and you think, fuck me, I do not want to fucking train right now. But I know that if that was the only choice, then we'd make it work. But I'd also be getting a Cybex hack put into Soph's parents' fucking conservatory.
I'm missing the videos of the head bursting open in the hack.
Yeah, mate, this is I'm really missing filming stuff, because like Soph's just walked in actually. We've been having some like brutal sessions, and I can't post it. And to be honest, I always used to say I didn't like posting my training videos because I can't be asked for people's opinions. But now I really fucking miss it, because to be fair, it used to get a lot of like good interaction.
Yeah.
Because I think people see the kind of intent of the training and be like,
carry on, sorry.
Yeah, it's good for clients as well to see, because you know a lot of people come to you, they don't know what training hard is, and then they see that and think, oh, is that what I'm meant to be doing? I'm like, yeah. So when you send me your form videos and I'm saying you need to fucking up the intensity, this is what I mean.
Yeah, I have watched that a few times before I've done leg sessions, especially on hack squat.
Yeah, there's certain videos I watch of certain people that before like legs and stuff like that sometimes.
I will say the gym I'm currently before lockdown was at, the hack is so much better than like say your pure gyms and stuff like that. So it's like it just feels better, like the angle and stuff like that. So it's really spurred me on with the up the weight and stuff like that.
You'll make far more progress in what I would class as a proper gym than a pure gym.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I wouldn't even care what equipment's in there. If that's the atmosphere, you ain't sure. And at the end of the day, the equipment that's in there is shit.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many clients who have trained and they send me their footage, and I'm like, the reason why this exercise is wank and doesn't feel good is because that piece of kit is shit.
Yeah,
like it's that only lets you go like just parallel when you've got that much more of the fucking movement to go, and it's stopping because of like the bump stops on it.
Yeah.
I've done a lot. I've done this a lot of times. Is like, where are you from in the country? And they'll tell me, and I will find them a gym and say, go train here for a session and tell me what you think.
Yeah, it's like
I've got a pure gym 10 minutes further, and I'm like, I'll pay you fucking fuel. Go and train there, and if I'm wrong, then I'll send you the money.
Yeah, it's like I've got a pure gym literally 5-minute drive from me, the one I used to go to, and the gym I'm currently got is like a 35-minute motorway drive.
Yeah.
And I still, after 12 hours in the care home, go there rather than the 10 minutes from my house.
Don't blame you. Because you'll have a much worse session after a day of doing what you do, going into somewhere that's fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Environment, and I've learned that even more so during lockdown, because yes, I'm getting to train in a gym, but there's fucking no one in there. There's no fucking lights on. There's no music on. And fuck me, I know this is first world problems here and now. I've got a gym to myself and it's shit. But it's still, I hate not doing what I want to do. And at the end of the day, this isn't the exact thing that I want to do. Yeah, like, I'm really fucking grateful for it.
But it's not your gym with your atmosphere, with, your people. It's a make-do scenario.
Yeah. And I think that's okay to want that.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, I know that during this time, people haven't got shit done, and I have got shit done. What
gym do you train at in normal?
Normal scenarios. If I'm in York, Ultraflex York, or Ebor Fitness is really good as well. Owned by Stu Garrington, who's an absolute fucking legend. And then when I'm back my ends, well, I devised something I was going to do during, just before third lockdown, like when I go back home, was like, if it's legs, Foundry Walsall. If it's push or pull, it's Foundry Wolverhampton, which is a little bit further.
I haven't tried the Foundry places yet. I know Black Country Barbell looks pretty good, but again, I've not been there. It quote unquote looks good from people having their photo shoots done there.
Yeah, it's more. I'd say it's more of a powerlifting kind of gym. That
okay.
You ain't getting me around them kind of people. Sorry. And then any Foundry you go to is really good. I mean, Walsall has been my Foundry home for fucking years, and I couldn't recommend the place enough. It's like training in your fucking house because it's such a weird build. It's an old house.
Yeah.
So there's a fucking staircase running through the middle. There's house windows like with a brick wall through the middle, and then you look through and there's a squat room in there. It's like, right, okay.
I'm gonna check it out when lockdown's over. I want to go and try a few of the ones that are local-ish that I just haven't bothered venturing out. You know, I've used the same sort of 2 or 3 gyms.
Yeah, definitely.
I travel around the country quite a lot, so like that was my biggest issue when I first started. Is I do use 24/7 or like the gym group or something like that because
Foundry Gym. Every single Foundry Gym is 24 hours.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah, so there you go.
I had no clue. I'll check that out.
And Warsaw has Cybex Mark II hack, so that's the only reason why I go there for legs, to be honest.
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, but Wolverhampton's got some serious kit now.
There's one in Telford now as well, isn't
it? Yeah, that's just opened and then closed for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a cat that's joined the equation. That's not some like weird.
Makes sense.
So it's not getting the tickle stick out or anything. Hello.
Okay, man. Well, that was all the questions that I had and everything all done up, and I'm pretty satisfied with that. As long as you guys are too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking great having you on, mate. It's been a laugh.
No, I appreciate you asking. That's cool, man. Is it this go on YouTube?
Yeah, it's going on my channel. I'll send you a wee link when I get it edited. And
yeah, sweet. Yeah,
and it'll be on Spotify and all that sort of stuff as well. We're trying to put it out there for people that do cardio and that.
I'll do the old swipe up.
One day I'll be able to do that.
Not what it cracked up to be. I think I've done it once in the last 2 months.
Well, hopefully it will be. I'm trying hard.
Yeah.
I'm like 4,500, so give me another 6 to 12 months and I might.
Building an Instagram following is fucking difficult, I think.
Right, tell me about
it. It's difficult.
But I'm coming down south for FitX, so I'm going to try a few of these gyms.
Yeah, man. I'll be at FitX, so.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out as well, I think.
I'll be on the Strom stand Saturday and then competing the Sunday, so I'll be around both days.
Oh.
Sweet.
Oh. So you're going to be on the stand and then compete?
Well, I've told Rick that I need a very comfy chair and I don't plan on getting up from it at all.
Yeah, they just need to put some like fucking ropes around you as well. Like, do not talk.
Yeah. Just not react well to people.
Not ask about cream of rice.
No dumb questions.
I haven't bought a supercar yet.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, then, man. Well, really appreciate it. And thanks for giving us your time.
Oh, cat. Right.